Hey, Vince.
Yo, what's happening?
Not much.
Like the headphones,
Thanks.
they almost blend in like they don't even exist.
I thought yours were a gold chain in the small picture.
Yeah, I've changed.
Yeah, I was like, damn, he's really leaning into it. He's really Italian now.
Yeah. Mia is from the West Bank, so, I just had a birthday.
Oh man, that would be amazing if Mia got you like um, West Bank royalty
Attire.
jewelry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird that we're having this conversation because I'm wearing like cool sweatpants, like
Wait, let me see them.
like tapered. Hold on one second.
Oh, I love tapered sweatpants. Jeff has some, and I love them. Oh, I love those. I think they look great.
Yeah, nice. They look comfortable.
But I'm also wearing like
Yeah.
a white deep V, and I was like, I gotta
you look like a drug dealer.
I gotta get a chain. I have to get a chain.
Yeah.
And then the first thing we talked about, yeah,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like you're going to be getting a couple of knocks on the door. Like, hold on, I got to make a transaction real quick.
I think I gotta find a new aesthetic because my old aesthetic only really worked when I had hair. Like the cardigan means something totally different when you don't have any hair. When you do have hair, it's like, look, I'm a young person dressing ironically like an old man. And then when you start to have like age markers, you're like, oh, I just look like an old man, you know?
Yeah.
Disagree.
No?
I think that you still look young. It's not like when a guy's bald, I'm like, I just can't know how old he is.
Right.
Yeah. There's other age markers that indicate to me that you're young
I
still.
got grays coming in my beard.
Yeah. I have grays in my hair.
Yeah, but
Ear hair.
Yeah.
oh yeah. I came out of the womb with ear hair and ass
Okay.
hair. Yeah.
I had chin hair since I was like 13. All the women in my family have like goatees.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gross.
Before I started growing facial hair started growing out the tip of my nose.
Oh yeah, I got one. I have one hair that
I
just
don't
grows
get it.
straight out the front.
They're
of my-
everywhere now. It sucks.
Yeah. I have rogue hairs like on my nipples. When I pluck one, the next one just comes right out.
Yeah.
It's like, we've considered that you would do this, so we're ready.
It's like a
Yeah.
magician's scarf coming out of his pocket.
All right.
Yeah.
Load up the next one. This
Yeah.
bitch,
She thinks she can pluck us, but
I heard this off another podcast that they say if you pluck them, it makes them grow fat, intensify. Like
I don't think
more
that's
hairs start
true.
growing.
I think if
I don't know.
anything, if you pluck them, it because like if you wax enough, which is like I guess the same thing as plucking, it's like pulling it out by the root.
Yeah.
Then it eventually damages the root,
Yeah.
so you get less hair growth, but it takes a
Yes.
long time. Like that's why
Hey.
people get waxes, because then eventually you have like thinner hair. But
Yeah.
I never would get them enough, so every time I went, the woman was just like really mad at me, and I was in a lot of pain.
I think
one wax strip right here.
I think the story is if you shave, it looks like it comes back in thicker because it doesn't have the tapered end to it. You know, it's just like a blunt
Yeah.
chop off. You know, Benjamin, we're talking about body hair. This is your wheelhouse.
What's
man.
up, Benny?
What's up, baby?
Does Rogaine affect other places other than the top of your head? I wonder.
The top of your dickhead too. Whatever it does to your head,
Oh.
it also does to your dickhead.
All right.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Still catch 22 with Rogaine.
Yeah, it would be terrible to see little holes for your hair on your dickhead.
Like the
Follicle.
The
little
little
holes for your hair.
Yeah, I guess the pores.
Hair holes. Yeah, it'd be fucked up if you had hair holes.
Air holes.
Any more holes? Yeah. I'm sorry I'm late. I had to poop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens, man.
Yeah, I wanted to get
Something's
out the
been
way.
off.
Everybody, you guys, Mary Devin looking totally normal. Vincent, you are so far away from the computer.
Yeah.
Mrs.
I
Zambon
got
is recording this from like down an entire hallway from
Yeah.
the Zoom, and Glaviano has his White Men Can't Jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just talked about Glaviano's fit.
What were y'all saying?
I was saying that I wanted to get a gold chain because I'm also wearing like cool sweatpants. I feel Russian. I feel probably the most Russian I've ever felt.
Yeah.
Wait, let me see. Let me see your
Mhm.
sweatpants. Don't tell him, but I'm absolutely looking for the imprint.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's
Nice
flexing. He's doing a
strut.
little Popeye. This is nice.
You need to bring on another guest so we can show the pants again.
Wait.
Yeah.
What about the pants?
Because we keep showing your pants, we got to bring on another guest. So
That'll be the whole. Yeah.
Oh,
show.
you guys.
Yeah.
He already showed the pants.
Oh yeah.
I had a dream.
I apologize to the listeners.
I had a dream that we had callers into our voicemail.
Just a dream.
It was just a dream. No one called. Vince, we have a podcast voicemail where people could ask for advice, but no one wants to ask us for advice.
Do you know?
Yeah,
how,
that sucks.
Do you know
I know the feeling. You throw out the herd immunity email all the time and go like, "Hey, what'd you think about that?" or on this and that, and no one does anything.
Do you remember how I accused Jeff of crank calling the voicemail?
Yes.
It wasn't him. I have no idea who it was.
Yeah, I didn't think it was him.
Yeah, I think it might have been
Yeah.
Lane
Then-
actually.
That
Then
makes sense.
let's answer
Elaine
it.
does listen to it.
Yeah. What's that?
Let's answer it then.
Okay. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Is it offensive or?
No.
So this is kind of a cross podcast thing because Lane's on Vince's podcast, Herd Immunity.
Yeah. It's actually 2 messages. So.
Oh,
Let's see.
am I
In the-
supposed to touch boobs during sex?
All right, y'all ready? You guys prepared?
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Howdy. Long time listener, first time caller.
Absolutely, Lane.
What's the best way to fry a catfish?
Right. So that's the first one, and then we have a follow up shortly thereafter. Actually, the same minute.
Howdy. Long time listener, second time caller. What's the best way to put out a grease fire? I'm going to hang up and take my answer off the air. As soon as you guys get a chance, it'd be nice.
There you go.
Well, so we apologize to the caller. You're dead now. You did not put out that grease fire.
Okay, that's
Also,
Lane.
you
answer-
say
it's
hang
not
up
Lane.
and listen.
That is Lane.
No, that's a caller.
Oh,
We're
Oh.
taking seriously.
gotcha.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude,
I
Mary
think-
Devin, you've never done improv, have you?
No.
Mhm.
Oh my! I want to see it so bad.
Yeah, she is the queen of no butt.
Yeah, I just, it's not even no but. It's like, no, go away. Like,
I
we're in
mean-
a car. Where are we going? Like, we're leaving the stage is where we're going. Fuck this. Fuck you. This isn't comedy. You need to yell about your pussy.
I know. I hate working with other people.
Seriously though, I think you're not supposed to put water on a grease fire.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
no,
it's-
catfish. You put
More
you
grease.
solve
More
the
catfish.
first problem with you put the grease fire out with the catfish, which is also the best way to cook a catfish is a grease fire.
Wait. How do you put out a grease fire again?
I think you smother it.
Baking soda.
With
I don't
what?
Oh, is that true?
know. I don't know.
That
Possibly.
seems right.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna... Where's the Arm and Hammer?
Yeah,
Kitty litter.
Real chill.
every restaurant I've ever worked at, they're like, well, we built a maze on the way to the fire extinguisher, just in case anything ever goes wrong. And if there's a grease fire, just run.
Is it legal to not have a fire extinguisher in your house? Because we don't, for sure.
I don't think it's a thing.
You don't think you have
I
to?
looked to the place in my kitchen just now where I'm sitting, where there's a fire extinguisher in my parents' house in the kitchen, like expecting it to be there. It's not regressing.
I remember as a kid, some sort of fire went off on the stove, and we didn't have a fire extinguisher, and I just remember my dad hauling the garden hose into the house, which is an unusual sight.
Yeah.
Just seeing the garden hose in the house, and he's just spraying. Uh, yeah, it was kind of exciting and neat. Like, oh, you don't see the garden hose in a house.
That's outside stuff. You can't put outside stuff inside. It's like an ice cream truck in your garage or something.
Seeing a lawnmower in the house, that'd be weird.
I remember my mom got a really bad grease burn on her leg and had to go to the hospital when I was little. It was like a really awful burn, like all of her skin on the front of her shin came off. Yeah.
I don't think that we had any like near disastrous fires, but me and my dad used to build stuff out of like Jenga and Lincoln logs and then blow them up with M80s in the backyard. That's fun. That was extremely fun. I highly recommend that. We would like hide.
Did you get to reuse the stuff? Did it damage it?
It held up pretty good. The wood. It would go flying. It would, but it never broke any window. There's a lot of shrapnel, a lot of wooden shrapnel. All right, we're gonna take the next voicemail.
Through prayer, press 1 now for prayer, or 3 to be disconnected. Press 1 for prayer now.
All right.
Whoa. Yep. Okay.
And then a few hours later.
Through prayer, press 1 now for prayer, or 3 to be disconnected. Press 1 for prayer now.
All right. Well, that's not exactly a question, but
yeah,
that's scary.
Well, I'll press 3 one day.
Yeah, I'm gonna say press 1. That's my advice.
Let's have a debate on pressing 1 or 3. I think to the listeners, that's Mary Devon drawing, in case you can hear.
Oh, sorry. Try to do it farther away.
No, it's good. Oh, actually, maybe it's not good, but it didn't bother me.
Mr. Catfish mentioned that he could see us drawing on the.
That's basically calling Lane like Mr. Catfish is basically a racial slur. You can't look at that Mr. Catfish over there hanging out.
You're calling him Mister
in his shrimp boots. That's true.
That's little respect.
Vincent, how's the pool business? Are people still chilling? Anyone? How's that with
it's nothing's changed.
That's awesome.
It's funny when people tell me, they go like, hey, can you make sure you're here Friday because we're having a get together. And I'm like, yeah, I'll make sure it's clean for your party. But nothing's.
Are you throwing
really
any
changed.
like extra chlorine in there? Just making sure, just trying to do what you can for public health, like.
No, a little bleach, a little
burn people's skin off.
But that would be a good idea to like make more money. I'm like, yeah, I got to add more chlorine to you every week. You get COVID in that water. But no, nothing's really changed. It's been the same. And the other job, just wearing a mask while I'm sweaty, which is a pain in the ass. That sucks. That's a pain in the ass.
I don't know what your other job is. It's just being sweaty.
Yeah, fitness club. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was part of the same pool thing, but.
Oh, right. Yeah, I do. The pool routes and shit. I have a different truck now because I got scammed with the other one. Go on, use Carfax, everyone.
Wait, what happened with the scamming? Because last time I tried to buy a car, I had to interact with one of the oldest, most incompetent people I've ever met in my life.
Enjoy this day.
After I bought it, I found out the miles were altered.
Oh shit! That's like from the Matilda thing. Do you guys remember?
Yeah.
In Matilda, Danny DeVito did that, and they were he's greedy.
Yeah, I just didn't think. I mean, I guess I just didn't think you could do it with the digital ones, but apparently you can. And I think they rolled it back like 100,000, or at least close to that.
Holy shit!
I just kept fixing stuff over and over and over again, and we sold the truck, but I was honest. I go like, someone rolled the miles back, but we lost money on it. But I moved on from that motherfucker. I was working on it every day.
Yeah.
And so it's over. It's a real boring story, but it was hell.
So,
No,
can
that
you
sucks.
like get the guy who did it? Like, you just track him down. What's his address?
Yeah, we've got dozens of listeners just looking for something to do.
Yeah, he moved to Mexico. Seriously, he's like, I'm a Mexico man. I'm like, well, you screwed me. you know.
He's not in Mexico. He just said that.
Yeah, there's other reasons why we didn't go after him that I don't want to go into. I'll tell y'all privately why.
Does he wear V-necks and gold chains? And that sounds racist. I meant Italian, but
Well, I was chewing him out. I sent him some messages chewing him out, and he kept responding with like, I'm a Catholic good man, and I don't do anything shitty to people. I'm a good person, stuff like that, over and over. And
yeah, that's what a good person would say.
That's usually what bad people would say.
Yeah. Seems like something a bad person would say for sure.
You know, telling you how good of a person they are.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, it feels like a good person be like, hey, let's get this figured out. I don't even know. I'm trying to put myself in his position.
I like that defense. Like you're like just being caught red-handed for a crime. Like, whoa, I'm Catholic. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, Catholic.
Yeah, and I just respond, whoops, my bad. You're good, my man. What was I thinking?
I mean, that's the thing about Catholics is that if you do something wrong, it's between you and God. There's no one that can forgive you other than the Lord. So, like, if I fucking punch Mary Devon in the face, I got to answer to God. Mary Devon, though, cannot touch me.
Yeah. Exactly.
But can't the priests like forgive you for God?
Yeah, I mean but that's the thing is like
But he's speaking through God.
Yeah.
Maybe
You're
the other way around.
He's acting, huh?
I said maybe the other way around. Maybe God's speaking
God
through
is
him.
speaking through him. Yeah. But like, yeah. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the idea is that even though it's stupid, the idea is that priests have a special gift where they can talk for God.
Man, how was that ever gonna go wrong?
One of the funniest things that I about Catholicism to me is like we all played the game Telephone growing up as kids, right? It's just like a game that shows that like messages get garbled when you pass them from person to person or whatever. But that's literally how the Catholic Church is structured. Is like there's one guy at the top who is like has God's ear, and then he whispers in the ear of like the bishops, and they whisper in the ear of the priests. You know, like what could go wrong?
Yeah.
I loved playing Telephone as a kid because the whole point is to fuck it up because it's not really that hard to like pass a message around a classroom one time.
Right.
So it's like no matter what the person before you said, you turn to the person like on your right and you just say like titty butt cheeks and
right.
like
Yeah.
And then you get to claim that you're not responsible for saying titty butt cheeks because that's what you heard. Yeah. Sorry, Teach.
Well, I guess that does that work for jokes as well? You know, because like street jokes. You know, like I didn't make it up. I'm just telling it. I'm just telling a joke.
No. Hold on, I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back.
But that does happen with street jokes. They're always ruined. They get ruined from here. You know, as they get passed along sometimes. Because I remember my grandfather telling a joke, and I remember telling it back to my dad. My dad already knew, and he's like, "That's not how it goes." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck."
Wait, do you remember what the joke was?
It was kind of like a good news, bad news joke. They had this woman, her husband had gone on a fishing trip, and the way I took it was he went off a bridge, but his boat flipped over. But regardless, her husband was missing, and she's been waiting for him for days after he'd gone on a fishing trip. And one day the police showed up at her house, knocked at the door. She opened the door, and you know, she was frantic. She's like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Well, ma'am, we have good news and we have bad news. What do you want to hear first?" And she's like, "Tell me the bad news. What's the bad news?" It's like, "Ma'am, your husband, he's dead. We found him with the boat flipped over, and yeah, he's gone. And she's like, "Oh my God, there's good news. What's the good news?" She's like, "Well, when we pulled him out and flipped over the boat, it was full of crabs." It's a New
So,
Orleans.
so you fucked it up, and you were like, "Dad, I got good news and I got bad news. You're dead, and I have crabs."
He's like, "No, but that kind of."
That's not the joke. Yeah, I don't know enough street jokes, man. Street jokes are fun. I love them every time. Like, I'd rather have someone doing street jokes at a mic than just like being bad at comedy, because at least they're funny. But I don't remember that many of them, and I feel
Yeah.
like as a kid I never understood them. So I was like, I think I know when to sound like I'm proud of myself, but I don't actually know what this means.
I know what you're saying. Because sometimes, yeah, I had a friend that always had street jokes, and he would be like, "You get it?" I'm like, "Man, I don't get it. I don't understand it." I wish I could remember some more, but yeah, I was never really good at remembering the street jokes.
In high school, there was a kid in our friend group who had an incredible memory for street jokes and a terrible memory for who he'd already told the jokes to. So we all heard every joke a dozen times, and it was very unpleasant. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure you're going like, "Hey, yeah, we heard it," but he keeps going.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like I've already started. Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty cool to like have one of your own jokes, like in 50, 60 years, become a street joke. Like, just people on the streets going like, "Anybody here struggling with money at all?"
Everybody else is walking around in the street that is for free to walk in.
I I decided to start reading this book on a biography on Hitler.
Wait, okay.
Yeah.
This has been No Pods, No Casters. Goodbye.
Oh, should I turn this off? Should I stop that and y'all cut it out?
No, keep
No,
going.
I want to hear about the Hitler shit.
Keep going.
Yeah. I think his parents were related, apparently. And
Yeah, they were married.
well, I mean, yeah, you know what I mean. I think he was like her uncle. I was just saying this,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awful.
and half uncle. And also the piece of shit. Well, I mean, I guess this is somewhat nice, but like his mom had breast cancer, and a doctor that was taking care of her, gave her some pretty great care, according to Hitler, and and he was extremely appreciative of it, and but the doctor was Jewish, and during the war, he protected him and led him out of the country.
That was nice of Hitler.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Really did him a solid there.
You don't hear about this side of Hitler in the mainstream media.
No, you don't. No, it's fucking nuts.
So, what is this
Wait,
biography called?
Yeah, is this just a book of like
No,
okay things Hitler did?
no. No. There's a lot of bad stuff in it. But it starts talking about his the way I think it's just called Hitler. Yeah.
Did you just look? You just typed in Hitler to Google?
No, I was like, let me find. I need to read a book, and then the app just showed it, and so I like World War II stuff. I'm like, well, let me see. And it's just Ascent. This is not anything with World War II. Well, I had that information, but
Who wrote it?
It's a German dude. It's Volker Ulrich.
Volker Ulrich. Nice.
Yeah.
The soft side of Adolf Hitler.
Yeah. They start, and it's
Hitler's-
friends.
I hear he only had a soft side. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, and tiny.
Oh, his
Yeah.
wiener.
Yeah, he had a little tiny. Well, that's the thing. Which, I mean, that really sucks for the like non-Hitlery like little dick community
Mm-hmm.
when that news hit.
Oh
like,
yeah,
and everyone was like, "See."
yeah. And like one person was like, finally some representation in the media.
I know we're talking about Hitler, but I hate dick size conversations so much because it leads guys with big dicks to think that they're good at sex, and that's a dangerous myth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also, it's stupid.
It's like if you have like a bazooka and you're like, because I have this bazooka, I have great aim. I have really good aim.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm biased against big penises because I have a vagina that like doesn't care doesn't feel anything inside of it. I don't have nerves inside of my vagina.
Mm-hmm.
I only have nerves on the outside. So like I was not made for the big dick discourse. I will admit that they are visually more pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of like sheer aesthetics, yes, big dicks are better than small dicks. And I'm sure a lot of women are like, I prefer big dicks and men. But I also think probably at least 50% don't really give a fuck. So that's my opinion. Anyway.
Great news for Hitler. See, Hitler, it's not so bad.
I mean, it's also so annoying.
Dude, you should get a time machine, travel back in time, say, hey, Hitler, guess what?
I know it's so hackneyed, but I just get so frustrated when, like, people talk about, like, how Trump probably has, like, a little wiener, or, I mean, I guess Hitler had a little wiener. And there are guys that have small, like, I can tell they have small dicks, but not all of them are bad. I just, like, can look at them and be like, you have a tiny dick. Like, I can tell by your body you have a small penis.
Remember that time we edited
not a value judgment
where we just named our guests and we were guessing the sizes of their dicks.
It's true.
Warmer, cold, 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 warmer, warmer. I think Hitler would be more offended, according to the book, if he made fun of his art skills. If he would have gotten art school, everything would have been different.
Yeah, people have said that.
Yeah.
Listen up, colleges.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you're, double checking who you're not letting in.
Yeah. Do a personality test.
I wonder if there were any, like, huge dick Nazis who, like, when they found out that Hitler had a little dick, were like, oh, man. I love that guy. I thought I wanted to be just like him. Now I gotta.
Has anyone else seen Jojo Rabbit?
I don't know what that is.
I loved it.
I want to see it, but yeah.
People
about that last night.
It got like great reviews, but then there was like a huge pushback because people were like, it made Hitler funny and whatever. I don't know. People didn't like it. Online Twitter, I think, online leftists hated it, I think, on Twitter. But I don't care. I thought it was really good. I mean, Scarlett Johansson's the worst actress in the world. She's such a fucking idiot, but
she really is bad in absolutely everything.
She's so bad in everything. She's just hot.
Does she play?
She's so untalented.
Does she play Emperor Hirohito? Is that her role? Wait,
what?
I said, does she play Emperor Hirohito?
She plays the mom of Jojo Rabbit, who is the Hitler Youth, but she she's anti-Nazi in the film.
Oh.
Okay.
But
she's Antifa.
she acts, I'm not kidding, she is a worse actress than most people in high school plays. Like, she does like a fake. So most of the people in this movie just did a British accent, which was, dumb in its own right. They just had whatever accents they had normally and just brought them to the movie, even though it was in Germany, because it was in English. So it's like, fuck it, this isn't accurate. Why do a fake German accent? But she did the first fake German accent. And it was actually, that was better than hers.
Yeah.
It was better than hers. She was really bad at it.
You ever do that? You ever have like you tell someone how bad someone's joke is, and they're like, "Oh, what was the joke?" And then you explain it to them, and then they start laughing, and you're like, "Well, I told it better." So there is funny there. So I can't. I'm telling you, the way he said it was garbage.
Yeah, I know that experience.
Yeah. Well, I still want to check that movie out. Polk was talking about it yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we went downtown. I saw Oswell.
Aww.
I thought he was going to tell you. Yeah, it was nice to see him. We had some beers at Holland Wolf. Social distancing, masks. all that
Nice.
stuff. It was cool.
Yeah, I was actually I was gonna go, but I'm still not feeling the bar
Yeah.
thing. It weirds
Sure.
me out. Even with the like, even if it's like honestly the situation you're immediately in is safe, I'm just like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. I get it.
But it's almost like it's like being vegan or whatever. It's like you're not really saving any animals by being vegan, but if it makes you feel better, and if everybody did it, I guess it would be better. But like individually, it's like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it kind of does because this is a communicable disease, but I think that's not really like the biggest issue.
I mean, the issue is the bars being open. I don't know.
Right.
It's like people are going to go if they're open. It doesn't matter if you're one of those people or not.
I guess one thing that was kind of cool is like we're almost the only people there, so you kind of felt a little guilt free a little bit. But another bar down the street was popping.
Yeah.
And no one was wearing masks inside.
What bar?
Oh man.
I guess is it okay to say? I mean,
I don't care. Okay.
Oh, that does not surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not gonna get sued by no one.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And that's literally a COVID symptom too.
Red eye.
Oh.
We're gonna head down to No Sense of Smells and have a few beers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I woke up with a scratchy, like weird feeling in my chest, but I think it's just allergies because Jeff has bad allergies, and I don't know. I don't think I have. Let me knock on wood. Knock on wood. I don't think I have COVID. Also, I never leave my house except to go to work, and there's only like 5 people in the building.
You know how I gave myself food poisoning a couple times going to the same poke place over and over again? I got food poisoning 3 times from the same poke place. I thought I was done. I thought my giving myself food poisoning on purpose
Poisoning over and over again.
days were behind me, but the other night we made some food. It made Susanna sick immediately. I woke up.
But did she barf or have diarrhea?
She had diarrhea.
Okay.
And
that is more ambiguous. If she had barfed, I'd be like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, no, she had. Yeah, right. And then I woke up in the middle of the night and shit. Felt terrible and shit. But I was like, I probably drank too much.
Chills and shit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But sometimes a good poop can give you the chills. It's all about.
Totally.
Sometimes you hit that P spot. P is for poop.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I woke up the next day.
Wait. Just imagining someone calling the dick the P spot.
That's not get it.
Heard of the G spot. We got the P spot. People call the prostate the P spot, right?
I mean, they should if they don't, but I'm sure they do. Yeah.
I think they do, but calling a penis
They call it the
P-spot.
male G spot, which is worse.
Yeah. But anyway, so I woke up the next day and we had one piece of pizza left over from the pizza we had made that we had with ingredients that we had frozen and defrosted about 7 or 8 times at that point. And I had some, and so I got it again. So twice in 12 hours. I didn't mention that.
How bad did it last?
Oh, it was only one spree of about an hour and a half or 2 hours. It was.
And was it just poop?
It was just poop. Thank you for asking.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, you could. It'd be nice. It'd be funny if you start becoming accustomed to getting like viruses, and you're just like, man, I feel like getting sick. You want to go get Want to go get some of that stuff?
Yeah. If I had known how easy it was, I would have definitely done it on purpose for school to get out of school a few times.
For sure.
Yeah, I used to when I was a little kid. I would get like a nail filer and like file under my eyes to make myself
Whoa, you're a genius. That's like that's like way more advanced than the Ferris Bueller licking your palms thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I was like, I gotta really sell this if I'm gonna stay home and watch Maury.
I'm just picturing you like giving yourself bags on, like in the mirror, giving yourself bags under your eyes, so that your parents going to work and being like, yeah, my kid stayed home because he was wearing fucking makeup and couldn't send him to school.
I gotta say that whenever I kind of like fake sick, around 1 p.m. I started to get really bummed.
Oh, interesting.
Usually, because because I'm like, the day would have been over. Now I'm behind
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
all that shit.
I would get stressed out too. My mom would let me take quote unquote like mental health days because she would know when I was faking.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as I didn't abuse it, if I did it like once a year, she was like, whatever.
That's cool.
I
Yeah.
didn't have a test or whatever. But then I would feel guilty. And my mom was like, well, it's your responsibility to work harder now. And I'm like, ugh. Anyway.
Yeah, my mom was like, when I was like in my 20s, she was like, yeah, I knew the whole time, obviously, that you were faking, you stupid little shit, but you hated school so much, and it killed me to make you go to school. So I like, so every once in a while, she just like didn't have the wherewithal because I hated it so much. Yeah.
It also sucks that like that kids can't take. I mean, a lot of parents have to work, but first of all, my mom like didn't, but also I was old enough at that point where it wouldn't have mattered. Like she wouldn't have had to be home with me. But anyway, but she probably wanted to stay home with me because she knew if she left, I would just smoke weed. Yeah.
I'm talking like elementary school with the nail file thing. Because by high school, I would just like, even if I went to school, I would just leave school.
Yeah. We couldn't. At our school, there wasn't skipping. Like there was 60 girls per grade. So if you weren't there, they were like, okay, someone is skipping
Call the
school.
National Guard. Yeah.
And the penalty was like expulsion.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I got kicked out of. I did get kicked out of school.
That's true.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
For skipping?
That school wasn't really for skipping. That was for like
punching the principal in the face.
Putting on the toilet paper incorrectly.
Well, just for being me, you know, which like,
yeah,
I'm not even blaming them. I get it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to teach me.
Yeah.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, school's not for everyone. It is. It can be really awful.
As it's structured right now, it's for basically no one. It's awful. It's like even the kids who do well and get good grades, as soon as they're out of school, they don't know what to do with themselves because they've had external validation their entire lives. I don't know.
Except for those kids that get awards.
You're breaking up.
Man, you're cutting out.
Yeah, run that back. What'd you say? Start over?
Me?
Yeah.
I was saying, except for like the kids that get the award for not missing school ever.
Yeah.
You see those kids?
Oh yeah.
Like
perfect attendance.
I used to be one.
Yeah. I would never get that.
No.
I would have never gotten that.
I was late every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if I had gone to public school, I would have gotten expelled. But I was always like 5 minutes late, and we had assembly every morning, so it wasn't like class time.
I went from being like perfect straight A student, never missing a day, to like I got one little taste of like not caring, and then it was over. It's like that's the real like slippery slope thing. Is like I got a B, and then I skipped school, and I was like, oh, this is better.
Yeah.
This is much better.
Yeah. I was the total opposite. I almost failed constantly in high school. I hated everyone. My parents said it was because I had a chip on my shoulder and I couldn't make friends with the other girls. And then I got to LSU, and I was actually like, granted, my first semester I had like a 2.8, but every semester after that I had like over a 3.0. I was really self-motivated. I didn't really skip classes unless they were the kind that were so dumb that like the professors basically said that you could skip,
right?
You know, like just show up for the test. Like I was so motivated, and then my mom finally admitted that she should have let me go to a big public school for high school, and it was extremely validating. So that's why I like had to prove myself. I mean, I like did drugs and fucked off and went to class high, but I was like in class, and I like loved it, and I like anyway. I loved LSU so much.
No one tells you that you don't have to not be high to get good grades. Like you can go to class.
Yeah.
Like I got
like a 3.3. I didn't get like amazing grades, but like I was above. I was like average.
We had the same trajectory in college. Maybe we were dragging each other down because the less we hung out, the better we did. I got like a 1.9 my first semester, and then like after that, I did great.
Yeah, I mean, I was able to keep my scholarship. You just had to have a 2.5 to keep top. Yeah. So my parents, I did so bad in high school. When I got a 2.8 freshman year, they were like, amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, to have tops. I never got that. I don't know. I wasn't gonna. I don't think I was destined to finish college.
Did you go to college?
For a little while.
Where'd you go?
BRCC, then Holy Cross College on the West Bank for a little bit, and then back to BRCC, and then just and I was doing so poor. Like I was so motivated when I would go to school. Like when the season started, I got all my books, I got everything, I'm ready to go, and you got a big test the next day or a paper due, and I'm still boozing at 4 a.m. with goofballs, eating double cheeseburgers, and just wasting money.
Yeah.
To be fair, Adderall saved me a lot.
Yeah, that shit
Yeah.
is real. Yeah.
I should have got
how-
on that game. I should have got on that game.
I kind of was just realizing I fucked off a lot of college, and I was just like, I'm going to do both things. I'm going to be both a terrible student and a good student by drinking all night and then taking amphetamines in the morning.
Amphetamines.
Huh?
You said amphetamines.
Oh, amphetamine. Wait, what is it?
Amphetamines. No?
Amphetamines.
Yeah.
Amphetamamentos.
You're right.
I
I just
call them amphetaminizes. Because them shits is nice.
Dude, I wish I had gotten on that train earlier, because I remember it was like, I mean, I feel like everyone I hung out with the first semester was on Adderall but me. Like we were all up at 5 a.m, and everyone else was on drugs, and I just had slept all day because I had crippling depression. And so I was just like, yep, this is my sleep schedule. But then junior year, I got myself into a big pickle in terms of finals week. I was just completely fucked. And then a 280-pound man, like a 7-foot 280-pound man, gave me his Vyvanse, which was dosed for a huge man who had been on amphetamines his entire life, and I just flew through finals week and just crushed it. It was like that yeah, I mean, and that's actually how Hitler got so much done also. He was, I mean, it's true.
That is true.
Yeah, he was on
Wait,
green
maybe
meanies
that's
the whole
why
time.
his dick was so small. It was the amphetamines. It wasn't the like he just had Adderall dick. It's not that it was actually that small.
I'm sorry, I got Adderall dick, but
Man,
more like
Adderall sex is the worst sex.
I see. This is the thing is I have like weirdly there paradoxical side effects from amphetamines where like sex is awesome and I'm hungry the whole time, which doesn't seem normal. Yeah,
I think that you have a problem
Yeah.
with food, at least.
I have a problem.
But sex is fun for me on Adderall. I just can't come.
Got it.
Yeah, I think with Adderall, it's like, you know, your odds of getting your dick hard are like 1 in 10,000. If you do, it will stay hard for the rest of your life.
Then I was the 1 in 10,000 last night. But the other part, no. I don't normally take Adderall, but it's a coincidence that I had a quarter of one yesterday. Last night.
Oh, okay. Well, that a quarter of an Adderall is kind of like the sweet spot where it doesn't make you super crazy tweaky. I feel.
Yeah.
So was it a quarter of a 20 milligram instant?
Yeah.
Oh, so just a little fiver.
Yeah, a little fiver.
Little cup of coffee, basically.
That's my go-to dose.
It was good. It was perfect.
I don't like taking like a full Adderall that isn't time release, because it's just like,
yeah, you meet God and then you fall asleep.
Exactly. And so so like whenever like I had like 30 10 milligrams that lasted me forever, because I would just take half of one, once every 2 weeks or whatever. It was awesome.
Yeah, I would love to take a 20 milligram instant release Adderall and talk to a stranger outside of Middleton Library while I smoked 1,000 cigarettes and then not study it once it wore off. That was my main thing.
Yeah, I got really into
But then once you drink a cup of coffee, you get kind of like an after, man, I miss college. Can we just go back?
You could just do drugs now, right?
I know. I mean, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I miss college.
Well, I'll pop some Adderall.
I honestly, I gave my last like 5 away and I regret it.
I did too, but
Stupid move.
Yeah.
I can't take
Keep
it.
them on the back burner. But were you afraid that you were going to use them up too quick, or what was you thinking?
I hadn't actually used them in a while, and somebody just asked me if I had any, and I was like, "Go for it, dude."
Yeah.
And
No, it's so good to have that little security blanket though.
I
Like knowing you
dude.
have them.
Because I used to do like proofreading work. Basically, I would have to, my job was to take a full textbook and remove every reference in every chapter to every other chapter, so that they could then sell the individual chapters. So I had to read the whole thing, but I was only looking for the word like chapter and 4 at any given time or whatever. And so it was a terrible job. So I would put it off until the last minute, and then I would do it all at once with my little blue friend.
Man, it's crazy that they give Adderall to kids, but they don't let them smoke.
I know,
Yeah.
dude. That's unfair.
It's like that's the whole point. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
just makes the cigarette so much. Like if you're gonna give a child meth every single day, at least let them vape.
I actually never smoked on Adderall once. Every time I was using Adderall, I was quit at the time, which is very unfortunate. Yeah.
I was thrown on Ritalin when I was like 11, and I remember taking that, and like if it was just a Sunday, huh?
My brain like really fucked up for a second because I understand that you meant that someone put you on Ritalin, but the way I was hearing it was like, man, I was thrown on Ritalin when I was 11. And I was like, damn, Vince was tight.
Yeah.
I was gone. Yeah.
I needed speed, dude. But like I remember it would be a Sunday and I wouldn't have schoolwork, but you were supposed to schedule it every day. And I remember taking it and just going like, I need to build something. I need to make something. I need to construct and make a thing. I need to mine for iron in the backyard. I made like a pulley system to make on the other end to try and start working out because I didn't have a workout. I went to the hardware and bought and rode my bike and bought a pulley and got 2x4s that are left around and built like a thing to where it is attached to a cinder block so I could work out.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! You just like constructed like jail workout equipment.
Yeah. It was fucking. That shit put you on. I'm like, everyone's watching America's Funniest Home Videos, and I'm just like, I need to. This is good, but I need to do something.
I mean, like, not to be like a annoying person, but it really does seem to me that even without amphetamines, if you just let children do whatever they feel like they're doing, they're going to learn so much more than like if you try and shove it down their throats. Like, I don't know. It's
What do you mean?
Like, I get really mad thinking about my education, even though I was, very lucky or whatever to have access to it. But like, I hated every second. I learned almost nothing. I just like went through the motions, jumped through the hoops or whatever. And if you would just let me be like do whatever I was interested in, if you dropped me off at the fucking public library, I would have learned 1,000 times more than I did in school because I learned almost nothing every single day. Yeah.
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 I don't know. I definitely agree that like in a utopian society, school wouldn't exist the way that it does. But I also like kind of am defensive of like the structure of it because I do think that most kids respond really well to structure. Like they don't respond well to punitive measures to enforce the structure.
Yeah.
And I think that like that's a problem, but I think that like structure and routine are good.
Yeah.
But I agree that there should be a lot more flexibility and a lot more learning through like play. Like I think that like you can have like activities that are set up to communicate to like gear
trick them into learning.
Yeah, trick them into learning, but like they should be interacting with it instead of just it being like thrown at them.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think that structure and like curriculum are two kind of separate questions, and I think that like I think there's a movement in even like sort of mainstream public school pedagogical discourse towards like student choice and like project-based learning or whatever, where it's just like, hey, like fucking solve a problem, dude. And like that to me seems so much more productive than like what I learned.
I totally agree with that. I just think that like most kids
High
would
school.
not benefit from being dropped off at the library,
What-
but
yeah.
like maybe they would.
What were you saying, Benjamin? You went to one of those schools?
Yeah, I ended up at a project-based high school, and it was like, I mean, basically it was one of those things where like you could pretty much get credit for doing anything as long as you were doing something, but I think that's better.
Yeah.
And I really don't think it was like, I don't think anyone really like there was much of a benefit or like a detriment to like how much kids were actually learning. Like their like overall like wellness was probably a lot better at that school because like there weren't those like rigid things that like fuck people over if they don't meet them. But like I think pretty much like if you're gonna learn, you're gonna learn, and if not, you're not. I don't know. I just think like I'm not saying it's like hopeless or there aren't like things that teachers can do to like help kids or whatever, but I think the biggest thing is you just shouldn't punish anyone whose brain is not developed for not meeting like standards, unless the standards are like don't like hurt.
Are you
the
talking
other
about
kids.
me? You talking about me?
No, I was like absolutely crushed. I dreaded school every day, and I was absolutely crushed by being measured by grades, and I had no self-worth, and it affected every area of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I also think that like if you are introduced to project-based learning like late in your academic career, like all you know is like school sucks, and then suddenly you go to a school where you just don't have to do the same stuff. It's like it's different than if you just like started there from the beginning and you were just like what's I don't know.
I mean, it was perfect for me because it's like I already liked to read,
right?
And like I was already interested in things, and they were just completely not the things that like public school curriculum were. So once I went to a place that was like, what you're doing counts as learning, I was like, tight, thank you.
That's nice. Sweet.
You're reading about like how to make a pipe bomb, and they're like, hell yeah, dude. Godspeed.
I mean, yes, 100%, not even a joke.
I think I had the problem of like, you know, if it was a English class and they said like, okay, here's the list of books you have to choose to read, and then we'll give you a test or something afterwards. I think I always fell into like, oh, that book is a movie I've seen. Let me read that. You know, like Misery. I've read,
did you read that?
Yeah. I'd say the only thing that is different, there's a few things that are different, but when the police officer dies in the movie, she shoots him, but in the book, she drives over him with a riding lawnmower and spins the blades all over his body.
Why would you not put that in the movie? That's fucking awesome.
I know. I agree. Maybe budgeting.
Yeah.
We don't have enough blood. We don't have enough blood.
We can't build a lawnmower.
Quick, we need 11-year-old Vince to fucking build us a lawnmower.
Yeah. Give him a Ritalin. Snappy.
This might be a dumb thing to bring up because it's almost old at this point, but I want to hear what people have to say about the Bella Thorne OnlyFans thing, because I think my take is different than most people.
All right, somebody tell me what happened. Tell me what happened.
Okay, so she's a Disney star who's 22 years old who decided to get on OnlyFans, and she posted a picture that was that cost $200 to like unveil or whatever, and then it wasn't a nude, and it was like misleading. Whoa. And so then a bunch of people contacted OnlyFans to get their money back. So now there's a cap on how much everyone else can offer their actual nudes for. And so it's actually like affecting people's income. And also like there's no need for someone who like, you know.
That's why I need another stimulus.
I also think it's just shitty if you're like playing tourist in something that is like people's. Like if you already are a millionaire, I think it's shitty to like play tourist on a platform that people use to like actually generate income that they depend on.
Right. I mean, it's like the Caroline Calloway. Like, I bet I'm the only sex worker.
But at
who
least
went to
Caroline,
Oxford
yeah,
or
that
whatever.
was so shitty. But
Yeah.
like Caroline Calloway didn't fuck it up for everyone else.
Right.
Like she used it correctly.
So
like,
here's my thing is like it's super fucked up that ended up making it so other people couldn't charge that much money for their nudes or whatever. But I think she didn't really fuck anyone over. The company did.
Oh yeah.
And like to me, this is like the exact same thing as like when like Jeremy Piven or Screech like starts doing comedy and everyone gets mad at like Jeremy Piven or Screech and not the fucking like places that book them.
I think that
it's like
it's weird that you picked
that,
Screech
like,
because he also did porn.
I totally disagree. If you don't need a platform like OnlyFans, then I don't think that you should use it. Like, I think that because even if she didn't do the $200 fake nude thing, it still is like going to fuck up people's income on there to have someone using it as a publicity stunt.
I think it would be a real problem if it happens twice.
I think,
like if she does it again and then like, okay, you shouldn't have done it again. You obviously knew this wasn't going to be a nude this time.
Yeah, I agree that like it's not her fault that. Also, actually, I
don't feel bad for any of the people who paid $200 to see a Disney star nude and then like to me that's all she was actually doing. But the fucking platform itself, like punishing everyone else, is like that's the real bad thing.
But don't you think that it's still kind of shitty for someone who's doing this kind of clearly to just like reinvigorate their career? Like, I just think it's kind of like, I think that like, for instance, okay, it's kind of like saying, well, it's not Airbnb's fault that like they're, I don't know, everyone on Airbnb is bad, but it's like, yes, it is the company's fault for punishing its users for the mistakes in its own like existing policies and then retroactively like, you know, taking away like income from its users. Like, that is shitty. But also I feel like it is a lack of respect for like what OnlyFans is. I think that it's like a complete I don't know. I think it's like, if you don't need to do that, and if your participation in it will actively like take away from people's income who are depending on it, like I think it's kind of up to you if you're at a certain level of like wealth and power to consider those things.
It's like if Backpage got shut down because Elizabeth Warren posted the have a beer with Elizabeth Warren sweepstakes on Backpage. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's just not necessary. And like, I don't know.
I mean, I agree with you, and also I don't, because I actually don't think that the nude that she posted, I think that like her,
Could someone send that to me?
Nude that the fake nude that she posted, I would think, and this is what I told to a friend who is a sex worker who I was talking to about it, if it had been anyone else who did that, I wouldn't have been like, fuck you. I would have thought that was hilarious. But I think that you can condemn like her like participation in this, and also her lack of like, I don't think she ever came out and said, hey, fuck you, OnlyFans. Like, she has enough power where she could, the CEO of OnlyFans is some asshole young like douchebag. Like, she could have said, hey, fuck you. She could have used her power to at least say, this is a wrong response. This is what I was trying to do. She didn't even do that. She just kind of said, oh, well. And I think
I mean, honestly, I didn't even know who this person was beforehand. It was weird to me that everyone was so pissed at like what I felt was like basically on her end a victimless, hilarious thing to do, and then the company really, really fucking up. Was like,
yeah. I mean,
because it's like I get that, like, you know, it does fuck up other people's like chances to make money that she's even on there.
Yeah.
But like the whole thing is like a competitive thing, and like should there just be like
Well, when you already have a platform, she could just post that on a website and charge $200 without using OnlyFans.
I mean, that's true for sure. But like, should OnlyFans, like, I guess then the question is like, should they have like a cap, like a salary cap? Like if you make this much money, you just can't be on this website.
No, because I feel like that could hurt. I don't know. I feel like you're right. That is a tough question because it's like,
because then you're just telling someone that they can't do sex work, like, because they have too much money, which, like,
yeah,
you know.
But I also don't think it's hard to, like, I don't think that you have to prohibit famous people from using the platform. Like, I think that in that situation, to avoid something like a salary cap, I do think there is some sort of personal responsibility for, like, if you're super famous, you shouldn't play tourist in sex work.
Right. I mean, she was still being like kind of like shitty and like not that thoughtful, but also she's like 22.
22.
You know?
Also, what's wrong with these people spending $200 for a bunch of titties on a screen?
Yeah, but it's Disney.
like,
It's Disney titties, and that just hits different.
What about if your child became a stand-up comedian?
Oh God. I mean, hopefully stand-up doesn't exist anymore. I'm kidding. I do miss stand-up. I had a dream I did stand-up the other night.
How'd you do?
Yeah.
Bad. My parents were in the audience, and then music started playing through the same speaker that my voice was coming out of, and so then I just started chasing people.
So it was
around
at Hi Ho Lounge, is what you're saying?
It was at a weird casino in like Alabama. But anyway, Vince, have you done stand-up yet?
No.
You did jokes for someone though, right?
Oh yeah, like this pool, I take care of a pool for a friend, and he was talking to, the house is being redone. He was talking to his contractor, and he's like, Vince, a comedian. He's like, and he's a funny guy. I had no problem doing. He's like, Vince, throw some jokes. And I'm like, I dropped the pool stick. I'm like, all right, okay. And
yeah, that whole fucking thing about comics being mad if like you ask them to tell them a joke, like,
is gone.
In this world, yeah, completely. We're like, yes, please, thank you.
Yeah, I started flowing. I had some, it was only like 2.5, 3 minutes. They were kind of like dry eyed for the Coinstar joke. I'm like, that's my best one. That's like,
hey, that's my fucking closer, man.
I mean, people call out that joke in the audience, like. But then I flowed into job titles and shit, and they started liking that. It was fun. That was
that was great because you do fucking improv in that one.
Yeah, that was a good time. Yeah, I'm excited. I was glad to say it because I started thinking to myself, like, man, am I going to be able to flow back into that? And there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to flow back into it, but you just question it because you just can't.
Dude, I don't remember a single word of stand-up that I ever did. Like,
yeah, right.
Like, whatever that shit comes back, if it ever comes back, like, that's gone, man. I do not remember that stuff.
I'm gonna try to like use the fact that I would struggle to get back into old material as a way of being like, okay, I'm gonna change the entire way that I do this because I don't like the way that I write in that like everything comes out so fucking stiff and verbatim. Like I would like to like improvise a little bit more. And so like if I have to fucking start over anyway, I might as well start over right. Like if I had to do over again,
I want a COVID joke. I need to work on a COVID because I can't just go. I like to think that I can't just go into like Coinstar.
You guys struggling with breathing at all?
Drop title, like. But yeah, right. Yeah. Anybody here got a ventilator?
I think we should. I think that outdoor shows are fine, kind of, but I would prefer to start off with like an outdoor open mic that was like mostly comics so that everyone was kind of on the same page and everyone had like read the rules before because I don't trust people to like, I don't want to be in like a pit. Like even if I'm on stage wearing a mask for everything except for doing jokes, I don't want to be in like a pit of people who are in each other's assholes, not abiding by distancing or like I would want, it's hard to imagine having the control to do it safely, but I feel like if if it was an environment where like you got kicked out if you like didn't sit and I've seen people on like Instagram stories and stuff in other cities have like these big outdoor shows where everyone's in their little like pods and all these groups are like 10 feet apart, and it actually kind of works. Like I feel like it could be, I don't know, I feel like it could be done. I don't want stand up to go away forever, but I have not done the outdoor shows I've been asked to do yet, because for me I'm gonna wait till it's like worthwhile.
Are there
You've
any
seen an outdoor show? There's a bit of out.
Jake Cosden's done outdoor shows, and he's asked me to be on them, and I've said no.
Yeah,
but I don't think he's actually pulled them off, has he?
Oh, he hasn't.
No, he. I mean, I'm. You
He's
know,
like,
like,
no, I mean they did the show. It was just
they just didn't pull it off.
well, he asked me, and then the times when he asked me, he goes, "Well, we're not doing it."
So I said no, so I never got the follow-up "we're not doing it" message. So I didn't know that they never actually happened.
That's because he promised the venue that you would be there, and then when you didn't do it, he was like, "Well."
Oh, the venue was just outside Jackson Square.
Are there any like amphitheaters, like you know how LSU has the amphitheater that has those nice acoustics outdoors? I wonder if there's I think acoustics is a big part of whether or not an outdoor show is going to be good, right? Like being able to hear
what
the
about
audience.
that thing in the columns? That thing, I don't even know what you call it. In the city, in City Park, it's like columns. That surround, I don't know.
It's
what
like
if
a big
that
ass
would work?
breezeway where everybody like takes pictures of their takes wedding pictures and shit. That's a good idea. I think the comics only mic is a great idea because like you have a lot more control over it, and like normally a mic that's just comics fucking sucks. Right, because everybody's just there to do their thing, but like I think everybody's so stand-up starved right now that it would actually be fun and everybody would be engaged.
I think you're right.
And we haven't seen each other's jokes in 6 months.
Yeah,
so we forgot.
Do you think we would have to get a permit for something like that?
Good question. I don't know if like outdoor workout classes, I don't think they get permits.
Yeah.
I also think that like stand-up comedy is a lot more likely to, especially if there's a microphone. Also, I don't know if I'd be comfortable using a microphone.
I mean, I'll bring you one from here. I got 4.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like it's like, I mean, you're not as likely to get it off of surfaces, but I feel like that's more when it comes to like touching and then touching your face. When it comes to like, if COVID's on a mic and then you're like breathing from the mic, I feel like you could inhale the COVID, right?
Yeah. Microphone from the microphone in the mouth guy brings his own microphone.
We had at the rally last Tuesday, there was like a microphone and speakers and shit. Dude, if you ever have a rally, you should organize it with the like film hands union and the stagehand union because your shit will sound awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out to IATSE, man. They fucking rocked. But they had like people like washing and changing the like head of the mic in between speakers.
Yeah,
they were like bleaching it down and like even like unscrewing it and putting like a new top on a couple times. So that felt like safe. Didn't really feel that fucked up. Man, I do like I can picture like being really good and then 2 comics in to like an open mic, everyone's just checking their phone again.
Yeah.
Just like, fuck this.
Yeah. I have a Zoom thing to go do.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you have to go inside to smoke a cigarette and not listen to the set.
That's funny. Oh yeah, cigarettes are supposed to be really dangerous. Are you still smoking, Vince?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know this. We've had people over who were smoking in the backyard, but apparently like the particles from the cig like stretch farther than just normal breathing. But I guess if you just blow it out the other way, it's not that dangerous.
I see what you're saying.
That's what
I mean. It does go directly into your body, and then you're just blowing it.
Yeah,
like, in like a heavier particle.
Right. Well, and also it's hot, so there's like a hot air balloon floating effect. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. CO2's not killing that shit though.
I also feel like, I thought that there was a while where people were saying that smokers were less likely to get COVID.
No, it's better for you.
It was just something.
It's for it's everybody else that needs to worry if you're smoking. Like.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
God damn it. Yeah, that's funny.
Anyway,
So
Write
it's
that down.
yeah.
I miss
Smoking
drugs,
fucks up.
man.
Smoking fucks up the ACE2 or whatever receptors
ACE2,
that the what did you say?
I said ACE2, ACE2. Yeah.
Yeah. It fucks up those receptors, and that is like that's like the receptor that gets the COVID or something, and people and smokers have less of those.
Yeah, I read that in the New England Journal of Medicine.
It's the news.
In the news.
Yeah. I I guess you can still do drugs or whatever, but I miss doing drugs specifically with comedians. That's like
Yeah.
Vince, I ran into you like on the bayou, and I was like, man, I just want to do Molly with that guy after a show.
Yeah, it was fun. That was definitely some fun times for sure. Goofing around, walking down streets, sweating my balls off.
Yeah, Vince, I guess every
Weekend.
time you did Molly, I was also on Molly, so I never got to notice anyone else being weird, but I don't remember you ever acting like you were on Molly.
I like talking. I like
Yeah.
chit chat. I like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's good. Oh yeah. Oh, we could totally do that together. Let's do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it really does make everyone a better listener. So you get trapped in some real bullshit conversations sometimes.
But meanwhile, it'd be, while I'm doing that conversation, I'd see MD just like water splashing around and just fucking chaos going down. I'm just like, whoa, look at that.
Getting scolded by the bartender at Sydney's because I wouldn't stop taking off my shirt, and he came out and screamed in my face, "This is my first day."
Yeah. I couldn't sign my tab.
Yeah, you couldn't read. You were like, "Is
couldn't
this
read.
hieroglyphics?"
Yeah. I was showing it to other people around. He's just like, no, you're on your own on that one. I can't get... No one could read. I'm just like, well, I think this is what a 5 looks like. 0, 0.
You just
$500.
Your tip was just the word zoo.
Yeah.
And the total was just like that, and then here you go.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, that's fine, I guess. I don't know.
That's what Matt Damon does when he leaves a big tip. He just writes the zoo from the movie We Bought a Zoo. You can have it.
On a zoo now. I'm a bartender. I'm gonna quit. I got animals to take care of.
Man, I think out of all the women
I'm
I
not talking
know,
about the bar. I
am the one who has been begged to stop being naked and having sex the most. I'm the anti-sex.
I do feel like whenever I'm like, I think the Molly's starting to kick in. If I look over and Married Evan is just like nude with a like super soaker, I'm like, okay, it's kicking in. Yeah.
I just literally take full glasses of water and pour them over my chest, and everyone's like, "Put a fucking shirt on," and I'm just, yeah, loving it.
Whatever, that rocks.
Yeah.
Don't stop being you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So it's
crazy times.
It's official.
Yeah, and Glaviano, I was gonna guide you through a mushroom trip.
Yeah.
That's never gonna happen.
No, probably not. The vaccine's supposed to be coming, man. I don't want to talk about COVID, but it's supposed to be coming. It's this before the end of the year. Yeah, they're saying they should have approval by October, and be giving it to frontliners before the end of the year. That's pretty good.
Did the Chinese military get some shit?
Yeah.
Like ahead of the citizens?
They have like a lot of emergency authorized vaccines, right? There's 2 Chinese vaccines with emergency authorization in China, and then 1 Russian one where they're just like, we're not going to test it on any. You guys are the test. So.
Does the vaccine make you like feel good?
Man, that'd be funny if people were just stealing the vaccine just to get high.
Yeah, I mean, if they have trouble, which they will, getting people to take it, if they're just like, it gets you fucked up, everyone will be like, yes, please.
Yeah. Honestly,
like, I've been inside for a year.
Well, I mean, half of it is like, half of the people who don't want to take it will take it if it feels good. The other half will take it if you just put some green juice in it. Just like a little bit of creamed spinach. Yeah.
They should just mix it with some like opiates. You know what I mean? Just like you like bang, like feel real good about like public health.
But then there's just going to be a few people who are just like extremely vaccinated. But vaccinated, not vaccinated.
Well, I think
they just are the disease. They've shot up so much in the vaccine.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Andy?
What were you going to say, Andy?
Oh God.
Just had some vaccine.
Little reflex.
I just had some vaccine.
Get-
Little flux.
Get some ice water. That always does
Yeah,
it
I'm
for me.
out of ice water. I put Mio in it because I hate water now. So I have to. I eat like a 2-year-old these days. I had oatmeal for breakfast.
I love it.
I love oatmeal too.
Do you guys fuck with molasses on oatmeal? I feel like an old person every time, but I'm like an old
It's
genius.
good.
Molasses
Yeah.
is too stinky for me. I find molasses to be stinky. You know?
I like honey on oatmeal,
Maple
and
syrup.
I love peanut butter and banana oatmeal, but all my bananas were rotten. But I love peanut butter and oatmeal. I love peanut butter.
Wait, do you guys
Bold
also
take.
just freeze bananas when they're rotten and then you're like, they're good now?
Honestly, that's a great idea. I've never done that, but that's a great idea.
I do that, but I'm like, are they still rotten or no?
Well, I don't
Yeah.
think that bananas can ever hurt you. Like, I don't think that like they're bad when they're rotten because they taste fine. They're just mush and they look gross.
Yeah.
Y'all ever try that stuff that it's this company, they take the old bananas and then they dehydrate them and they resell them. You can get them at like the grocery stores and shit. It's really
Are you talking about
Like
banana
banana
chips or like an entire dehydrated banana that like expands when you put it in
it's
water?
just like these little tiny slices of them.
Yeah, I
you
love
know,
those.
and you can
Yeah.
get 'em-
Those are
really
I
good.
love those banana chips. I used to get those every
Oh,
time.
it's not chips. It's like a little gooey.
You're
they're
talking about like
gooey.
the leathery stuff?
We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Don't worry about it.
I
stress.
wish I could find the product. But they're
Vin's
not
just thinking
like,
of grapes.
yeah. I'm telling you, I get them on the reg, but I can't remember what the hell they're called. But they're delicious. They're like kind of gooey. They almost taste like a raisinette without the
Ooh,
chocolate.
yum.
Yeah, we're still on grapes.
A raisinette without a chocolate. Raisins?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's not a chip. I wish I could find the fucking product.
Someone call in and tell us what the fuck Vince is talking about.
Oh yeah, let me get you that number. That's a good idea.
Or they're like, is there other process that's similar to that, or is it?
to dehydration,
Yeah.
squeezing.
Squeezing.
Drinking.
So if anybody knows what Vince is talking about, call 504-224-8231. That's 504-224-8231.
They become gummy.
That sounds good.
That sounds pretty good.
Let me
Yeah.
Google gummy bananas.
There we go.
No one answered my question though. Are they bad? Like, are they bad for you if they go bad and then you freeze them? Because I think they're fine. I put them in
No.
smoothies and shit.
They're fine. They're fine. All you're doing when you put when you
gave
put
yourself diarrhea like, on
Two
purpose
times.
yesterday.
yeah, but no, like all you're doing is you're taking a banana that is black and then you're putting it in the freezer where any banana that you put in the freezer turns black, and then now you just have the same kind of banana that you would have had if you just put it in the freezer in the first place. You know, it's an aesthetic problem. It's like those. It's like
Do
those.
they look like this?
Ooh, natural.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
No,
I'm gonna
wrong.
put in
Good try,
banana
loser.
snacks. There we go.
Banana slices, organic.
Uh,
Long.
oh, here we go.
Bear snacks.
Banana organic. Chewy banana bites.
There we go. Okay. I haven't had those.
Yeah. And they call it barnana.
Mm.
That's just a banana from Oakland. A banana.
How can we make our product impossible to Google?
Yeah, right.
It's coffee, but with 4 Fs.
Oh man.
Oh man, I just broke a sweat. Like you know that feeling where you just like suddenly your entire body just starts sweating all at once.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, I've been sweating.
that just
You
happened.
got food poisoning again.
Yeah, that's probably true. I did eat the blue cheese that we put on the pizza just now. I'm not even exaggerating. I put it in an omelet. So It's funny because I'm
It's
like pretty squeamish. Like if leftovers are like more than a couple days old, I'm like, it's dicey. But like if an ingredient is 400 years old, I'm like, it's fine. That's the the
Hey,
sell by
babe,
date
you
is
like
bullshit.
getting sick tonight? You want to get sick? Let's get sick, babe.
Oh man. Oh, now I feel really bad.
Go get some water. Seriously,
Okay.
it'll make a huge difference. Make sure it's really cold.
I think we got maybe one joke left in us.
That's fine.
Yeah.
MD, get water. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
it could be at MD's expense.
Don't let it die while I'm getting water.
All right, we just got to keep it. We just got to tread water while she's. Yeah, go. Just got a
okay.
doggy paddle.
Physical comedy on a point.
Yeah.
Vincent Zambon just sprayed himself with a fire
That's
hydrant.
there.
I like those little keyboard compressed air things. Yeah, he just hit himself in the face with it, which I like.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, they got one of those car washes with the compressed air thing in there. That was awesome, and it's free.
Wait, what?
I was just like they have all these sections full with vacuums, or you can do a compressed air in your car and just spray the inside of your car.
Yeah.
It was extremely satisfying, just getting all inside the vents and shit.
Oh yeah, man! You ever like do pressure washing shit? That is
satisfying.
so satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys like getting
the
the lint off the tray from the dryer?
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I semi like that.
It's a little
I
bit
like that a little bit.
You know how like some things that feel too dry on your fingers, you know? It's like a little bit gives you a little bit of a cold blood. Your blood runs cold when you rub something like styrofoam. You know what I'm talking about? Do you guys get this?
Oh yeah.
Like I get that a little bit when I take the lint off of the dryer.
You get cold?
No, my blood runs cold. You know, like it's like yuck. Like
oh okay.
Oh right, scratch and chalk kind of thing.
Exactly.
Oh, you don't like taking the lint out?
Because it's too dry on my little
it too.
fingers. You know, there's better stuff. Pressure washing is better. I used to love going to the car wash with my dad. You ever go to the Safari car wash in Metairie?
Yeah.
That place whips ass. You get to watch the whole thing go down. Like, they had these big ass windows. This is before they found out you could just like leave the people in the car. They're like, what if we spent $1 million so that you could look at it happen?
Oh, is there anything? Can you repurpose all the lint that comes out of dryer? Like, can I start making pillows or something with that?
I feel like you gotta be able to. Yeah,
You know?
we gotta get a
I'm
little.
gonna make a shirt out of lint. Huh?
This is a business opportunity for you, or?
Yeah, it's real.
I mean,
slow.
I'll give you my lint.
Honestly, if you
Dude, I produce so much belly button lint.
Me too.
I don't know how. I have a really small belly button and it's always filled with lint.
I have a really deep belly button and it gets so gross and I
Yeah.
like can't get the stuff out of it. It's so gross.
Mia loves finding lint in my belly button, and which has only happened once. But like one time she found it and got crazy giddy. But meanwhile, I'm like, oh shit, how did I let that happen? I can't, But she's just going like, ha ha. I don't know why she like.
My belly button smells so bad. I already have acid reflux.
You gotta
That helped it up.
see. Mine's very shallow. It doesn't smell like anything. I'm really digging.
That would be like
My belly button goes like inside of me. It's like a passageway to hell.
that would be a good thing to have on the Tinder bio.
You could fuck my belly button. Hitler could fuck my belly button.
That's the name of the episode.
I think.
I like
I
this.
was
Thank
already
you
thinking
so
that.
much.
Yeah, I think that
I
might
like
be
these.
the end of the episode. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, so when I got my belly button pierced at Atomic Tattoo in Baton Rouge, this is my second belly button piercing because I wanted to be a suicide girl when I was 18.
Absolutely, yeah. Got to get a zipper.
And I didn't have a suicide girl body, but I still had a suicide girl double belly button piercing. So
You had a suicide girl brain.
I had and I had like one tattoo because I was still afraid of my parents. But anyway, so I got a surface piercing, and when the lady cleaned out my belly button, she was like visibly and openly disgusted by me.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her if it was the dirtiest belly button she'd ever seen, and she said yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was really gross. And I didn't know that all that stuff was in there. Like I wash it with soap in the shower. Like I was like, even then I was like a fairly clean person, I guess. I don't know.
You shouldn't use soap. You
key
just
in
gotta
there.
use
There's
water.
like
It's
You
like
gotta
a
use a
in here.
Q-tip. Yeah, there's a key.
Okay.
Anyway, so when I think of belly buttons, I think of like old stinky cheese belly
gross.
button.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really
Yeah.
gross. Yeah. So if you
Yeah,
if
my
you had a
belly
time
button, like,
machine,
is like too small to get a finger in there.
Nice. Good for you. Mine's like a little mini hot tub for like ants. Like if I laid on my back, I could fill it with water and ants could like hang out and use it as a pool.
I like mine has so many folds. Mine's like really deep,
It's
and
like
then
a
there's like
butthole.
an asshole in there.
Yeah.
Like it's like a butthole belly button.
yeah.
Man, you can
And
hide
also-
shit in there.
I could hide shit in there, and also I feel like when I like dig in there, it like sends a like.
Oh yeah, I get that. Ugh.
It like
Straight
goes
to
to
the
my
butthole.
vagina
Yeah.
and hurts.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate
What?
that.
So weird.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
like some
it's
kind
like
of
connected.
nerve.
There's some kind of nerve where like if you get deep in your belly button, it makes my vagina hurt. Not your belly button, mine. I feel
like
the
a
world belly
voodoo
button.
doll.
It would be funny if you were like if you had like a twin sibling and that was the only way you were connected is if if you dig into your belly button, her vagina hurts. Nice.
Yeah, she's like, "What's wrong with me?"
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
MD, if you had a time machine, would you go back in time and offer Hitler your belly button in the hopes that it
No,
ended the
I don't
Holocaust?
think.
He just
I
needed
think
to
if
get
I had a time machine, I'd say no. I'm not going to use it.
interesting.
You
I
just
don't
wouldn't do it.
No, I'm too afraid of like one little thing like being out of whack.
The
and
butterfly
everything
effect.
else.
Yeah,
Huh?
I said the butterfly.
Well,
effect.
MCU rules, it wouldn't change anything.
Yeah. Wait. What rules?
Like the Marvel movies,
Oh, yeah.
they're Back to the Future rules. But I don't know.
I'm too afraid of like, because I actually believe that every single little thing. I mean, I don't think that's so much a belief. I think it's just true that like, I don't know, everything's connected. Ashton Kutcher movie, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's true. I think
Like
that's true.
everything's really bad, but I don't want to risk it being worse.
Yeah, I think
If
I
I
would just
had
go
a
see
time
myself.
machine, if I had a time machine, I would go back to the beginning of this recording and do it again because it's been such a good time.
Yeah.
It
It's
has
been
been
fun.
really fun.
Do you know how you know how fucking doomed we are is like I just imagined going back in time, like if I went back in time and tried to like make sure the coronavirus crisis didn't happen, I couldn't do it. Like if we had a
Yeah.
fucking time machine and went back, we could not convince anyone to do anything differently, right? So like
people literally knew
Yeah.
it was gonna happen.
well, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
we-
for sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we all knew that COVID was in the United States, and like, I don't blame anyone for not taking action because humans don't like, we aren't leaders. Like, we all have to kind of decide something together or we feel crazy. And I don't think that means that we're like weak or stupid. We're just animals and our brains don't work that way. That's
Mhm.
why I feel so crazy now because everyone else is like, I don't know, whatever.
Well,
I don't know. I think I think there are people whose job it was to make sure this doesn't happen, and they.
Oh no, for sure. They fucked up. Like China, like our country is bad and like we are structured in such a way that like we just don't prioritize public health or human life, and that's why it's as bad as it is in this country. And like other countries did it way better because they prioritized that and nipped it in the bud and they're fucking fine now. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that like I think that like if you don't have leadership that does that, you can't do it on an individual level. Like I could have told
Yeah. Yeah. No. I mean, you're 100% right.
Yeah. No, you're right though. Like this is a bad.
I think with
place.
the baby Hitler time machine question, the like hack question or whatever, if I went back, I'd be like, this baby has such a little dick, we have to kill her.
Well, one guy did a biography on Hitler, and he didn't really do it necessarily on Hitler. It's in this book. It goes over different biographies of Hitler, and they said it was even if Hitler didn't do it, something similar would happen no matter what, because
Yeah. Because
Just
of the
generally,
tensions.
yeah.
Yeah, like if it wasn't Trump, I feel like it would be. I know people hate it when you compare Trump to Nazi Germany, but it does not feel that dissimilar from the Weimar Republic or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying we're going through anything like the Holocaust. I'm just saying that, like, I feel like, yeah, I agree. Anyway, I don't know anything. I don't know why I'm talking. I wish I could build a time machine and go back to the beginning of this sentence and not say it.
Yeah. FD, don't do it. And you're like, I'm saying it. Fuck you.
I feel like if I built a time machine, I would just fix something that I said like an hour ago.
Yeah.
I mean, Vince, like, the book you're reading is probably good or whatever, but the things you have said so far about this book are like, one time Hitler did a chill thing for his bud, and also, I mean, if Hitler didn't do it, come on, there were so many Jews. Like, it was not do the Holocaust.
Okay, for whatever it's worth, I looked it up and it's not a Nazi book.
I didn't think that it was. It was just fun to imagine that it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was nervous that someone was accidentally reading a Nazi book. Not that I think that you wouldn't pick up.
No, it talks about how he's a psycho.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And what leads him to being a psycho.
If all right, so if you don't want to ever use a time machine, even if you have access to it, instead of not using it, because maybe later you'll be tempted, what you should do is get in it and then go back in time like 15 seconds and warn yourself not to get in it. You know, just like if you just appeared to yourself right before you got in the time, like right when you were standing in front of a time machine and you were like, and the future you is like, don't fucking do it. It's a bad idea. Even if
you definitely wouldn't.
Then you definitely wouldn't. Right.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
That's game theory, baby. That's full brain.
Yeah.
That's brain king
forward
shit.
Or backward. If you had to get in the thing, then you could go forward or backward. I'm not even asking to where or when, just forward or backward.
Backward. Forward is downhill the whole way, IMO.
Backward. Does it count as cheating? Say you decided you were only going to use it to like go back to experiences in your own life. Does it count as cheating? Yeah, it does. Never mind. It definitely does.
You go back in time and have sex with.
Can I go fuck someone?
Yeah,
else
can I go
real
fuck
quick?
someone again? But it already happened.
Hey, not to be a wiener, but I think I have to go soon.
All right.
I know.
No, you're not a winner, man.
Yeah, we're gonna end it soon.
You're a winner.
Yeah,
do you have to go like right now,
Thank
or do you have like 3 more minutes?
3 minutes is good.
Okay, cool.
That's about as much time as you need to plug your podcast. What else or whatever you want to plug.
Yeah, I do. We do a podcast. I do a podcast with Lane Lyon and Anthony Scontrino. We comes out every Tuesday. It's staying on brand every week. You know, talking about taking shits and farts and other weird shit and improvising, and it's funny. We're having a good time, and there's other stuff that I'd rather you just hear it on the pod than me tell you right now. That's a lot of fun and reoccurring. Also, I'm looking to start another podcast called Grub One Out. Just gonna be talking about food, different shit like that. I just recorded one with Jeff Gaucher. And I'll be hitting y'all up sooner or later.
That's awesome.
To get some loaded up. I want to have them pre-recorded before I start it, and just that way I'm ready to go and not stressed out.
That's what we did.
Yeah,
man. I love to cook, so this sounds.
You love? Oh, yeah. I see. I have some. Yeah, I want to talk about that dish you made for the bachelor party, and other shit. You know, and
and I have the bucket. Come.
Yeah, and our because I've been writing down preloaded questions that are really fun for for just general questions, but I already have some that are ready for you, and I'm excited for them. You know, I'm excited to ask the questions.
And,
I'm excited too. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, nice seeing y'all too.
I don't think that you actually said the name of your current podcast.
Turd Immunity.
There you go. All right, Turd Immunity. Listen to Turd Immunity. Listen to Grub One Out when it comes out. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, man. Thank y'all so much.
Love you, brother. See ya.